So this is my project, BeachBreak. So what is BeachBreak? It's oftentimes hard to find the perfect beach because there's so many different options for beaches and so many different codes and laws for those beaches, like bringing your dog, smoking, bringing your girl, and what those beaches look like. So with BeachBreak, you can sort through 115 of California's most popular beaches with a variety of filters. And then if you love a beach, you can either like or comment. And then bad experiences are also welcome for comments, just so other users can know what to avoid. So our main page for the Explorer, there's those filters. It's regions, Northern, Central, and Southern California. State beaches, tide pools, rocks in the water, coves, dogs, grilling. And then if you want, you can set the wave height. It's like the average wave height during the summer. And then that will prompt the a grid of all the beaches that match that criteria for your perfect beach. And then here on the Beach Bob's page, it's his profile, which shows the like beaches he has and his past comments. So how does this all work? So we're going to do an example of an user making a comment. So first the user submits comment to the front-end client. It's hosted on the localhost 3000 and we're using React with CSS. React calls API service to add the comment to the beach user database. And then Axios will create an HTTP request to the server from the API request. Then it goes to the backend server, which is hosted on localhost 5000, which uses Node.js as the platform and Express as the framework. So from that HTTP request, Node will receive it, and then Express will check if it's a valid to the JWT token with passport. If it's valid, Express will use Mongoose to tell MongoDB to change the database. And then here we have our database hosted on MongoDB's local port 27017. And then so through Mongoose, it'll MongoDB will be able to update the users and Beach's database, just so we can have the users' comments and the Beach's comments. And then Mongoose will return how the updating went, if it failed or was successful to Express. And then Node.js will create the HTTP request of how the database updating went. And then once again, Axios will be present to process the return request for the API. And then finally, React will accept the response and either update the front end to show that there's a new comment or show that there's an error. So one thing with the passing between the ports is so when Axios creates that HTTP request between the port 5000, the browser will detect a cross-origin request. If the request is complex, the browser sends it to the server where Core's middleware will check to see if the origin is allowed. So if it's from the client, if it is from the client, and we do want that, then Cores will add the appropriate headers to the response to tell the browser that it's okay to send the request through. But for simple requests, the browser will just send it straight through, and then Cores at the server will check whether it's allowed. So the main difference is for request, it checks before the big request is sent, and for simple ones, it checks at the server. So for a demo, so we want to find our perfect beach day on pretty beaches, and about section of what BeachBreak is, and then just some filters that are there. So right now all 115 beaches are loaded, but if we change, oh, I want to go to a beach in Central California in Montgomery County. I don't have to be a state beach, so I can choose Carmel Beach. But maybe I'm feeling more adventurous and want to go to Southern California in Orange County with some tide pools and dogs are allowed. I'll choose Laguna Beach. And then it use, has the beach's properties displayed with React. And I like Laguna Beach. I've been there before, so let's like it. And let's leave a comment. Great. Now, let's head over to our profile page. So as you can see, I'm logged in as Beach Bob, and I like these beaches. And then here's my past comments. I don't really want this comment anymore, so let's delete it. And obviously you can sign in out and sign into another account, but let's create an account. So maybe I want an account for my girlfriend. But let's see what happens if the passwords don't match. And even though Jane probably doesn't want Beach Bob, let's see what happens. You have to choose one that's not taken. And then Jane will have her beach profile.